This one.
Oh, trouble.
There's one in turn 2 going around. It's Larson.
Oh, big hit.
Catches the 60 car of Chris Buescher. And one of the cars that's done a lot of the leading in this one is all torn up.
That's a tough break for Chris Buescher. He had a good beginning of the race.
Yeah, he did.
Off the racing surface, a little bit under that white line. That could have been what sometimes that gets the car to where it actually will turn a little better and makes it loose. You see Chris Buescher just trying to sneak by there. Just hope you've got enough room as a driver. That's all you can do is try to make that one move that you get.
So you get to pick high or low.
Yeah. He really didn't have a choice. There wasn't any choice but to go low. You couldn't turn it dead right. It's very unfortunate.
The 72. There you go. Looks like Tommy Houston and Dillon might have gotten together right there.
Yeah, and there come Grissom, and
there's Glenn Allen, the 99, just got caught up.
Yeah.
That replay.
Look at that's the 38 car, I believe. He just squeezed it.
He's in. The 24 car's down in the way, and he will beat the 2-car off Hill Road.
And caution is on the speedway in the middle of the pit stops. A couple of cars get together in turns 3 and 4. That is Joe Nemechek. You've also had Kenny Wallace involved. Steve Burns is on pit road.
Well, Eli, bad brakes, the 6 and the 26. They came in just as that caution flag came out. They did not stop. They dropped it back in gear and went back out. So we'll have to see if, in fact, they have lost the lap.
It's all in the timing. We talked about it earlier. Kenny Wallace going to the garage. That's Joe Nemechek's car up against the wall. Guys, let's take a look and see what happened out there in turns 3 and 4. Let's watch.
You can see contact there between the 2 cars. You see the cars up against the wall. Kenny Wallace there, the 81, Nemechek in the 42, and the 16 of Ted Musgraves. They made contact in some part of the corner. Across the racetrack comes Nemechek and into the inside wall.
Kenny Wallace just an innocent victim there with no place to go.
So Kenny.
Seems like Junior's car for the first, few laps will be as good as Kenz's, or be able to run with Kenz's, but it just seems like Kenz's stays better longer. Oh, he's trying to follow right
trouble. There they go. Both of them into the wall.
Now
Earnhardt hit very hard coming off the corner. Kenz's went into the inside wall. You see him losing the back right there. Earnhardt Jr. starts to wiggle right there.
Gets loose up off the corner here.
Right here, he slips and gets right up into the 17.
Neil didn't hit the wall. He brushed it. He'll be able to continue on.
They'll have to work on him now.
Kenseth, on the other hand.
We were doing it. I mean, it was real simple. 3 cars just wrecked me. It's real unfortunate. He's a good friend of mine, but it was uncalled for. He knew that we had him beat today. It was an outside groove, and just holding my own line, he just run up in the side of me and wrecked me. So, not the first time he run into me. I just hope they utilize the penalty box today and make it fair for everyone.
Back at Texas Motor Speedway under caution, and you saw it as we were side by side. The incident involving Jennifer Jo Cobb and Myatt Snyder. There's Snyder climbing out of the truck. Certainly got to be disappointed. He was running 10th at the time. Was trying to get around Dalton Sargent. And the contact occurred.
Yeah, some people would call this a racing incident. I don't believe that was so.
So you've got the 25 of Sargent and fellow rookie Myatt Snyder in the 13. Who's at fault there?
It looked to me like Myatt Snyder was going to try to block the 25 Dalton Sargent's advance and actually try to use Jennifer Jo Cobb as a pick. But they got together. Dalton wasn't. He said, I either. He probably said, I got to slam on the brakes or whatever, and they made contact, and it turned Myatt right into Jennifer.
From that last shot, Phil, looking up the straightaway, I got to disagree with you.
Let's talk numbers. The first time a car numbered 10 ever won at Daytona in a Winston Cup race, 1985. Craig Sachs won the July 400-miler.
Oh, trouble!
Off turn 4, Michael Waltrip goes spinning in front of the pack, and here they come.
4 cars spinning. John Andretti, Kenny Wallace. 9 car, Stacey Compton goes down pit road. Elliott Sadler gets caught up in it. Now they'll race back to the flag. And, I think they'll get this.
Into the corner. Could he have a tight issue right now with his truck?
Yeah, if your truck's a little tight moving up, you know, the circle's bigger.
Whoa.
This is ugly.
Oh, look out. Skinner's going around.
This is ugly.
On the inside, Skinner goes around, gets into the wall on the inside. The caution comes out once again, and a lot of damage to that number 5.
Daryl, how many times do we talk about that truck on the inside? We talked about it before that caution flag, losing air off that spoiler. That's exactly what happened to Mike Skinner.
I don't know what they did to these trucks over the last year or so, but that didn't used to be a problem. But I think they took the wicker bill off the rear spoiler or something, and ever since then, these trucks, they absolutely cannot run side by side.
And Ludeman even got sideways there and did an excellent job of holding on to that one.
Yeah, a lot of damage to Mike Skinner right there.
All he wanted to do was finish 10th.
Running together in front of the field. And Mike Skinner, terminal damage to the number 5. We'll be back with more Homestead.
Oh, trouble, backstretch.
Behind you, caution behind.
Yellow flag is out. That is Larson. Whose car was already damaged in an
Already
earlier
stopped
incident.
on the backstretch there. 52 just went straight into him.
Car pretty well destroyed now.
Good to see Kyle climbing from that car.
That's done.
Said that a couple of times already this year.
Yeah.
Man's taking some hard hits.
Yeah, we want to keep an eye on this white car in the middle. Like this is kind of where it started. Oh, man.
Yeah, he was slow. It looked like he got a tap by 51 car. Sent him up the racetrack. Wow, hard hit there.
Yeah.
See right here, looks like he may be taking the steering wheel off.
There's no maybe. That steering wheel's off.
It's coming off.
That's a little premature to do that. I know the car's on fire, but leaves you in a very vulnerable position there.
Not something you want to do.
Nope.
Turn 1, Eric Almirola, who ran up in the top
Coming to
2
you guys, right front
earlier
damage.
in the race,
Coming
tangled
around.
up with another car and
Not coming
turned
that
into the
time.
wall. He was racing in 22nd at the time, and it's yellow flag number 6. I want to say it was the 34 car he was tangled up
38,
with.
I believe,
38,
maybe.
David Gilliland.
Yeah, just not quite clear.
That was a race for 22nd place.
Yeah, you can see all the fluid coming out of the car. Looks like he busted the radiator. I don't know if he knows it or not.
His ribs, possible concussion. He's being taken there for x-rays and a CAT scan.
And they ran this Busch race in order to do well in the Winston Cup race tomorrow. A big wreck on the speedway.
And more at turn 3. 2 more cars. Todd Bodine in the wall. And is that Jeff Green crashed there with him?
Yes, it is. A 21 car.
What? Well, fellas,
What in the world is going on, man?
tell you one thing. We don't need restrictor plates to have the big one because we
Oh, you
just
got it
had
all
it
the way
again.
around. All the way around. There you go. Come on. Buckle up.
That 92 car is demolished.
21 car is as well.
That 21 is. I just looked up, watching the wreck off of 2, as Dick was giving that report. And I looked down there and they're wrecking in 3.
Turn 3, Todd Bodine and Jeff Green. There were all kinds of cars piled up coming out of turn 2, and most of them have driven away.
Boy, this is going to take a while to clean this mess up here. That's water, probably gasoline, all kind of stuff running out from under that car.
Now this is out of turn 2. The 30 Tony Raines gets turned around by Randy LaJoy.
Of course, it just stacks up behind him. All these cars here. This is just a couple laps after a restart. Nowhere for these cars to go. You see Jeff Purvis in the 37, Casey Mears in the 66.
Everybody's taking evasive action. They've gotten stopped now.
Tim Sauter, the 19 in it, down on the low side. Something happened happened to Raines, and LaJoie was on the gas.
You know, it
You
looked
think?
like
water was coming out of Tony Raines' overflow. Yeah.
Raines had water shooting up out of the overflow there in front, right in front of the windshield, as if there was something maybe wrong with that engine.
And Jeff Green has walked over to the aid of Todd Bodine. And there's Green, having checked on Todd, taking off his Hutchins device and walking away okay. And again, he hoped to learn something tonight that would help him in the Winston Cup race. But
all he's going to learn is you're going to have to be careful as you get back. He got shuffled up to the outside, and he was falling back. And I didn't know if Todd and he had some contact. I'm sure they must have going down into turn 3.
Well, let's see it from Jeff Green. Back straightaway.
Now this is out in front of the wreck with Tony Raines and Randy LaJoie.
Oh man!
Somebody just looks like got in the back of him right there.
Oh, that's a hard lick on left side. And I thought Todd was underneath of him and looked like they made contact way early before they got to the corner.
And Todd has climbed from his car. He is okay.
Hey, see the 33 car back here? See all that smoke and stuff flying out of it? Something happened to that car.
Yeah, you can see the water coming out the overflow right there. See it right there under the right side of the windshield? That's an overflow from the radiator that gives the driver a signal that, hey, we've got an overheating problem.
Add Jeff Purvis and Hank Parker Jr. and Shane Hall to the cars involved. Dick Berggren?
Well, that with Tony Raines, he's in the process of climbing out of his race car here in the pit area. Tony, what happened out there?
His truck down there.
Ray, what's going on with Jack?
Well, remember on the last pit stop, they put a pound of air pressure up.
Kelly Myers gets spun around in the tri-oval. Getting caught up in that as well. The aid of Blake Bjorklund.
Yeah, Mike Bliss got a piece of that in the 40 truck also.
Mike got enough of that where I think it's going to hurt his truck. Kelly was doing a great job running right up there in that front pack. Blake hit him a ton.
Yeah, Blake Bjorklund was also up in that front pack. Doing a great job. A lot of damage to that BlueOx.com Chevrolet.
Just as we were talking about the amazing save by Jack Sprague up toward the front of the pack, this was taking place at the back of the pack. Kelly Byers and the aid of Blake Bjorklund getting into each other and into the wall.
Everyone, Kelly did a fantastic job, buddy.
That's John Monson, the crew chief. Here's a look of it. There's the 21 right there. That blue truck on the outside.
Oh, wow. Looked like AJ thought about getting up in line, and it looked like Kelly thought about coming down at the same time.
Yeah, it looked like AJ really drove up the hill quite a bit there. Let's see if we can take another look at it.
I like that first look.
Yeah, here's another one. They're already obviously made contact. There's the 21 getting hit by the 8 of Blake Bjorklund, and then Mike Bliss comes along with a 40 and makes contact with the number 8 of Blake Bjorklund.
It'll be interesting to see. Phil, check out the 21. He's coming off the wall, going lower, and
there's another view from on top of the grandstands, again already in progress.
And the 00 decides to come off the bottom to go up.
Yeah.
Let's look at that first.
It did look like that center lane was open, but both of them wanted to fill it at the same time.
Why, you ask yourself?
I was going to ask you that, actually. The Tethers did a great job of holding the hood of the 21 of Kelly Myers on. You see the two meeting in the middle, and this brings out our 6th caution of the night from Daytona.